Hi, my name is Lauren. Today I'll be demonstrating dialogic reading. With dialogic reading, you're putting the kids in the driver's seat and they're following up on the questions that they have about the book. And this really sparks their interest for learning and is also a great way to boost vocabulary. It does get a little chaotic at first, so you want to talk to the teacher before you do this, unless she or he already practices regularly in their classroom. So for dialogic reading, you don't want to do this with every single book necessarily, but there are parts of many books that you can do this with. You are basically entering into a conversation with the kids about the book. So for this reason, I chose a book that has really detailed illustrations, but not necessarily too many words, so that the kids can piece together the story for themselves. So I chose Goodnight Gorilla by Peggy Rathman. Of course, I would read the title page, Goodnight Gorilla by Peggy Rathman. Goodnight Gorilla. And then I would ask, what's the monkey doing? This is something that some of you might do naturally, but the second step is really important. So once you ask the question, you really want to give enough wait time for the kids to participate and give their answers. And like I said, with 16 little ones, it does get really chaotic sometimes, but what you want to do is sort of listen to their responses and then pick up on a response that you can repeat back to them in a complete sentence. This really helps their oral language development. So for example, if I said, what is the monkey doing? And I heard someone say, the monkey's grabbing the keys, or I might turn that into a full sentence. So yeah, the monkey's grabbing the keys. And then before I even turn the page, I'm going to ask them to make a prediction and say, what's going to happen next? And then really allow that wait time for them to engage. And as you get to know your kids better, you might see that there are a few kids that answer right away, and then that there are a few kids in the back or so that might take them a few more minutes to get involved in this story. So you really want to allow enough wait time for everyone. At the beginning, it's a really good idea to do this technique with simpler answers. So for example, if you're reading a book, what color is the cat? Oh, the cat is brown. Asking them simpler questions that they can answer so that they can build up to these more complicated questions later. You may want to have a signal to get the class back to you if things do become too chaotic. But remember, the most learning is going on when they are acting and they're participating. So you might want to give a hand signal or ask the teacher to help you out with something that he or she already does. Enjoy. It's a really fun technique.